المشاهدين، كما عودناكم في برنامجكم الأسبوعي برنامج إماراتي، أنا نستضيف لكم خيرة من دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة. ولهذا الأسبوع نستضيف السيد أندريا، المدير التنفيذي والمؤسس لشركة كيبريد في إمارات دبي. Good afternoon, Mr. Andrea.
Good afternoon.
At the first, we would like to know who is Andrea and from where he came and when he came to United Arab Emirates.
André van Heerden. I am the Managing Director for KHALIJENA International. I came from South Africa, but so born in South Africa, worked in the UK for a few years before I started the company in Dubai in 2005. The company was founded by my father. When I was still in school, KHALIJENA was founded by him.
In 1990?
In the early 90s, yes. So then in 96 he moved the company to Spain first. After school I went to Spain to work in the company over there. Then I moved out of the company into a different sector in the UK, where I worked for quite a few years before my father and I started the partnership in Dubai in 2005. So that was the start of the journey for KHALIJENA International in Dubai.
In 2005, it was our first step to United Arab Emirates. Let us to know why you chose Dubai.
So interesting. At the time, the Middle East, especially the UAE, was booming, as we know. Looked a lot different than it does today. But my father was a very good entrepreneur with a wonderful vision. And he saw the potential that was in this market. At that time I was a bit not so keen on joining the family business, and for a while I said no, I'm not interested, I'm happy where I am in the UK, and he convinced me to come and have a look at the potential that the UAE have. Needless to say, it took one visit with my wife at the time. We looked at Dubai and we were interested in starting a family at the time, and we were saying this is much better than the UK, this is where we need to be, and this will be the future of our family. Yeah.
Let me to know what's make you interested with your wife when you visit Dubai.
So my wife is Portuguese by nationality. I'm South African by nationality. So we are used to warm weather, sunny weather. So the UK weather was cold and wet, and not what we enjoyed and how we grew up. So my first visit to Dubai was in April, early April, and the weather was lovely. So that was before I experienced my first summer. But at the time, the UAE certainly was attractive, and it didn't take much convincing for us to decide to join the family business here in the Middle East.
Great. You come 2005, you take the decision to start the company, and you started. It was easy process or hard?
It was a lot more difficult back then.
Okay.
Two reasons. One, we didn't know the process. It wasn't as easy as I think it is today generally to settle in.
19 years back.
Yeah. So at the time it was quite challenging. There was a lot happening, but in the market, but the market was very much a closed circle. You know, business was conducted between a level of businessman that wasn't easy as an outsider to come in and share in the cake. But we had a good product, and we had a good vision, and we had a good strategy, and it didn't take us long to introduce our product to the market and showcase what we are capable of and what we stand for as Cape Reed.
Did you remember the first project you done?
Yes.
How it was and what he was doing at that time when you got the first project?
So we were actually working at the time. There was a project, what was called back then as First Interchange. At First Interchange, Amouage Hotel was being built. We had a contract with Belhassa Projects, and they were doing all the swimming pools. And Cape Reed was contracted to do the shade structures next to the swimming pools and some of the timber structures, some of the timber bench seating, and there was a couple of bridges, but there were some timber elements that we were subcontracted by Belhassa to actually construct in the project. So that was our first project after I arrived in the UAE.
Let us know more about Cape Reed and what you are providing.
So Cape Reed specializes in timber construction, all types of timber construction, providing that the material is sustainably sourced. So Cape Reed's fame was found in the thatch roof product. So that is the bamboo style roofing, comparable in the Middle East to the Barasti, typical Barasti roofing.
Right.
But the thatch roofing is actually a European craft. You'll find it in the UK, you'll find it in lots of parts in Europe, specifically Holland, where they have those nice natural thatch roofs. They use a different type of material there, but from South Africa we use the raw material known as Cape Reed. So that's where the company get the name from. So that's what we're really famous for, is the natural thatch roofing. But since 2005, the company evolved to more complex timber structures, timber construction, elevated timber walkways, bridges, pergolas, so semi-shaded structures, engineered timber like glulam and crosslam for multi-story construction. So Cape Reed has started humbly with a natural log construction, log cabins and thatch roofing, and evolved into more complex timber structures.
If we talk about the process, Mr. Andrea, let us to know from the first process when you got the raw materials, how you make it ready to be in the project or to use it in the project. If we would like to know about the raw materials from where you get it and what the process is go till reach to UAE, and how many months or days or weeks take to reach to UAE from the first where you got the order.
The timber is then dried to a certain moisture content, where once it's debarked, and then it goes into a pressure chamber where it's treated with a product called Tan-E, which is
it will be covered.
It physically goes into the fibers of the timber. So under pressure, it penetrates the fibers of the timber. So it literally goes generally about 2 centimeters into the timber. So this protects the timber ecologically against termites and rotting and moisture penetration, etc. So that material, after treatment, it goes out to dry. It comes out of the pressure chamber. It's dried, and then it's shipped from South Africa to the UAE or Spain, depending on where the project is, because we do projects all over the world. We currently have a project in Djibouti.
Oh wow!
So it's shipped wherever we have a project in the world, but generally to Jebel Ali. Shipping takes about 4 weeks depending on the shipping line and the time of year, how busy they are.
The project size, maybe if it's big quantity?
Well, big quantity, we will just order multiple containers of material. So our output is not restricted. We have massive projects that we can undertake within our existing infrastructure. Our source in South Africa is really big. I think we're probably one of the biggest exporters of the timber.
Touch wood.
Yeah, touch wood. And so yeah, it takes about, from order, generally from date of order, it takes about 6 weeks all in all for the material to arrive in the UAE.
If we talk about the sustainability and the eco-greens and the warranty of the materials which you will give to the market, let us know more about it also in this sector.
So all our material comes from commercially managed forests. So it's all sustainable timber farms. And it's all audited and certified by FSC, Forest Stewardship Council. So it's not natural forests that are that are planted, but basically plantations of trees that are managed over a 25-year period from saplings to harvest, the same as you would grain or any other type of harvest. So the sustainability for us is really important. Not just on the raw material itself, but also in terms of the communities that process this material. When you are working with Africa, and especially in South Africa as well, for us it's very important that the local people are involved in the process, and that they and their families benefit from Cape Reed as an international company that source the material within their local geographical area, and that we that way put back into the local communities and provide growth and training and education in the process.
Let us know more about the safety and security of the product which you are selling, if it's from fire retardant, maybe the weather, it's exploring, all these things, it's help or no, and you take the point of that, UAE or the GCC country, they has the highest humidity here.
Yes, so the raw material, timber is a natural material that's alive. It expands, it retracts, and things like humidity have a big role to play. The biggest importance in terms of the stability of the material, for one, is the fact that our material is mainly kept in its natural form, the cylindrical pole. Because you process. So, because the timber is in its natural state, cylindrical state, it's a lot more stable. Certain timbers are more susceptible to cracks and bursts than others, especially if it's a hardwood. Generally, it can be more unstable, but the key factor as well is the moisture content at the point when it's shipped, because the natural material don't like change in climate. So coming from a climate like South Africa, for instance, where it's generally quite dry, also depending on the time of year, into the summer in the UAE where it's humid or the material dries out too quickly, then it can cause splits and cracks in the timber. A lot of our construction is based on a natural heritage style look, so we want the material to look natural. And we monitor things like cracks in the timber to make sure that it is acceptable structural cracks and that it doesn't go outside the guidelines in terms of acceptability. All our structures do go through designs do go through a structural engineering team that we have in-house that specifically checks the bending strengths and general strengths of the structures in terms of carrying a shade structure or the interaction with the material. We do comply with the Dubai Municipality building code for our bigger structures, and we have done quite large timber frame and thatch roof structures here in the UAE with it. To answer your question in terms of fire safety and fire retardancy, we have a product called Cape Reed Fire Shield that is Dubai Civil Defence approved. That is a product exclusive by Cape Reed, and that we've developed over a number of years. It started with a manufacturing company in Holland that developed the original technology for thatch roofs and timber products. And we refined it over here with multiple testing and independent laboratories to get it to a point where we really have a very well formulated chemical, and it's literally a coating that goes on the timber and on the thatch roof that dries clear, but that protects the material from fire.
Did you have any storage of your product here in UAE for some emergency project? Or
we
provide that? Or?
We have a very big depot here in Al Quoz, where we keep a lot of our raw material for the smaller projects. The bigger commercial projects, the material would generally go straight to site.
We need also to make a good compare with the price, which we will give to the markets. Good product, good price. It is not easy to make a compare, but I'm sure you do it.
Absolutely.
Know more about it also.
Absolutely. So it depends on our product are generally costed from a bottom-up perspective. So we take the raw material, the shipping, the landed cost, we add the consumables, the engineering side in terms of fixings and the labor element, because all our craftsmen are South African. We work with specialized South African craftsmen in terms of carpenters and thatchers, and this craft is taught over generations. Specifically, the thatching craft in South Africa goes from grandfather to son to grandson, and is something that our team is very proud of, that we brought the local craftsmen with us from South Africa to provide a product that's truly remarkable in terms of quality and efficiency for our teams in terms of execution. Our productivity on site is truly remarkable in what our guys can execute in a short period of time.
We would like to know more about the managing director, how the relation between you and the team work with you.
In Cape Reed, it's all about our people. This company,
because they are backbone of the company.
They're the backbone of the company. So in this company, our people come first. Starting with the craftsmen, for us it's imperative that we look after our people, because without our people, our company can't exist. They are the true backbone of Cape Reed International. So the team is generally multinational, but predominantly South African. The senior management team, the same. We have a few nationalities, but predominantly South African. So that's who we are, and that's where we're from, and it's part and parcel of, I think, the success of our business is the interaction and the teamwork. Everyone sees Cape Reed as their company. So when my guys are on site, they represent the company as if it's their own, right through from the guy shooting the bundles of thatch onto the roof, to the guy painting the structure or putting the decorative rope work on, all the way up to the project manager, the designer, the senior operations manager, the director, and the CEO.
Today, the force is very important in our life, to get fresh air, to get many things on this earth which Allah give us, and we have to keep safe always. How you keep preserving the forest also after when you are using the materials or when you cut the materials?
Yes, so the process is a process that's managed over 25 years. So it's land that are commercially planted forests. So every year in our specific plantations or from our sources, there's over 200,000 saplings that are planted in the forest. So once a harvest has taken place at the end of the 25-year management process, that harvested land is prepared for replanting with new saplings on average, depending on the size of the land, about 200,000 new saplings that go in those plantations. And then year by year, this it's a proper management, forestry management program and process that's followed to ensure the sustainability of that raw material. And that's actually become quite a science in today's world, because slowly but surely we are moving back into sustainable construction, and truly sustainable construction comes back to using natural sustainable materials, i.e. timber. So yes, it's a very sensitive but very well managed process.
If we can know more about the certificates and awards you got it for the product.
Ooh, there's a few.
Just mention the top one or the best one you got it.
So we've won a few design awards in the past with general landscaping, general structures next to pools, on the poolside awards. Hotels, some of the award-winning hotels like Atlantis, lots of our structures on the beach over there. Sofitel Resort, the whole resort was done with Cape Reed and Cape Reed thatch. Some of the main buildings have thatch roofing from Cape Reed on them. So, and all of those are award-winning resorts. In terms of our sustainability, we carry a few certifications, including the Forest Stewardship Council, in terms of the preservation and the sustainability of the raw material that goes into our designs and projects.
Mr. Andrea, how you do the search and how you keep yourself updated always with the markets for the new product, for the best product always you will give to the markets to be always updated. We need to make strong research, maybe traveling a lot. How you update yourself, or how you get some research for that product?
I think with Cape Reed having an office in Spain that manages the European region, so in Estepona in the south of Spain, we have an office that basically reflects what we do in the Middle East, a second operational entity, but generally only works in the West Africa and European region. So we have projects in France. On Monday I'm traveling to a project that we're busy with in Belgium.
We are lucky we come today.
Yeah, I have a project that's starting soon in Belgium. And France, Portugal, we constantly have projects on the go. So the advantage that I have as the managing director of Cape Reed International is, with my travels and with our exposure internationally, we are always exposed to the latest technology, the latest information. A lot of our supplies, and I think a lot of the technology is developed in Europe, especially with timber construction. There's huge advances in the European market in terms of technology. And for us to be there and see it and be part of it and interact with it gives us the advantage as Cape Reed to bring that technology into the UAE and the GCC generally.
Do you plan to have other branches in GCC countries, or you are happy with the UAE?
Happy with the UAE, but with the market expanding in Saudi Arabia, for instance, we are in the process of opening an office in Riyadh. So that's a process ongoing as we speak. We do projects generally from Dubai. We've done several projects in Qatar, in Bahrain, in Oman. So we work internationally, but specifically within the GCC. In terms of new offices, there will be one in Riyadh opening soon.
Inshallah. If we talk today about the competition in the markets and also the challenge which we can focus, let us know more if you have any challenge or you are the one who have the best material in the market.
We certainly have the best material in the market, no doubt. Our product is superior to for its application compared to anything else that's available in the market. However, we don't have exclusive rights to that material, so we have competition using similarly good products and material that they bring from South Africa or that we supply to them from South Africa. Because we have our supply office in Cape Town, Cape Reed Products, that source, do the quality checks and manages the logistics for us from South Africa. So some of our competitors in the market in terms of the execution of projects have realized that we have such a good grasp of the raw material and control over the quality and the management of the raw material that our South African providing company, products company, supply our competitors in the market of raw material.
And if we talk about the after-sales service, where we can see Kipret and how you try to support always your client to be always updated and to keep them as a long relation term with them.
So Cape Reed offers a 15-year guarantee on the structural integrity of our structures. So we put our name behind our structures and we support it. Unlike some competitors in the market that have been here for a short period of time and when things go wrong, disappear, Cape Reed firmly believes as a family business that we honor our product. So we've been here 19 years, 2025 it will be 20 years, where we will have a nice big celebration. But we honor our product and we support our product and make sure that if there's a technical issue or support required, that our teams attend to it immediately. So 15-year guarantee on all our structures.
I will be waiting my invitation for the 20 years. I will celebrate with your promises. And also we want to know about the future plan. You are the second generation.
Yes, I am.
Kipret, and we would like to know what you are planning for the future or what the vision of Kipret for the future, for the next 5 years or 10 years.
I think these days to have a vision for 10 years is optimistic. Because the technology things are moving so quickly.
Maybe 2 years only.
when we do strategic sessions, it's 3, maximum 5 years, and I think even 5 years is could be a thumbs up.
Right.
Cape Reed is a family-owned business, a family-founded business, and a business founded on family values. The future of our business will, as long as I am at the head of the company, be a family-owned and a family-managed business. That's really important, and family values are really important to us. So, inshallah, if my children are interested in joining the company, there will be a position for them, starting at the bottom, like I did, but there will be a position for them, and also for any of the management or general, even the employees. I have in Spain a situation now where one of the senior team members there, one of the craftsmen, is bringing 2 of his children from South Africa that's moving to Spain to join the team in Spain as craftsmen, as thatchers and carpenters. So that is the pride that we take in our company to ensure that there will be a position for future generations in Cape Reed.
Inshallah. And we would like to have advice from a successful person, from a person who have his name in United Arab Emirates in 19 years back. What the best advice you would give for the investors who are planning to come to invest in United Arab Emirates or to bring some brand to UAE?
The UAE is a remarkable foundation for starting a new business. It's been a few years since I started a new business in the UAE, but I think it's certainly today a lot easier than it was in 2005. It's a competitive market, but a healthy market. It's a market where there's a lot of support for new ideas, and I think a market that is, compared to other parts of the world, probably I don't want to say an easier platform, but a entrepreneur-friendly platform to start a new entrepreneurial vision or journey.
How it's helped you, the smart government and the rules and regulation which make it more easy also to invest or to grow in this country?
Generally, technological advances is a great help. Being able to do everything remotely or from a phone, or interacting with government services over a video call, or smart government apps that you can log in and fingerprint access. These things for businesses generally, and business leaders that are required to travel quite often like myself, makes life a lot easier and saves us a lot of time having to spend time in a government office or a government queue waiting for. That doesn't happen these days. Everything is done electronically, and I think time is money, and saving businesses time with more efficient technological services is a certain massive advantage.
If I ask you about your backbone, who support you? Who keep pushing you to grow? In your business and in your personal life?
Ooh, good question. Passion for this business.
Love what you do.
We love what we do. We are passionate about what we do. We believe in our product. We live and breathe our product. Our product motto is exclusive living naturally. And we believe in living the atmosphere. And my father used to say, we're not selling the steak, we're selling the sizzle. The whole atmosphere that our product portrays when you experience it, that's what makes me happy. When we finish a project in someone's villa next to their pool, and I see my client enjoying that product, the end result, and then as a family coming together and enjoying the space, that is what makes me truly happy, and that is what encourages me to make Cape Reed a household brand for happiness. It could be part of the happiness center in the UAE. That's part of the vision.
And for who you will say today thanks from the people who are around you, who keep you also growing, and who will give you more time, who will you get your support from them? I mean the people who are around you.
So in the UAE, in terms of my personal support, very much my family, and I think outside, well, family and friends, we have a close social circle, but I think outside the family and the immediate circle within Cape Reed, because Cape Reed itself, the company and the employees are part of the family. I love everyone that works for this company as much as I love my brother, and we socially interact, and I know their children and their children know my children. This is how close we are. Strong relation internally. Outside the company itself, I do feel that a big thanks must go out to the visionary leaders of the UAE, and especially Dubai. You know, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed, Crown Prince, these are people that have set, from what I've seen in 2005 up until now, you see the growth. You see periods of time when there's uncertainty. In 2009, 2010, when there was the recession, and you're thinking, what's going to happen next? Everyone gets anxious, and the vision of our leaders that take this city and this country to the next level and to the next level, and you have a pandemic in 2019, and
nothing
stops. It is, and that is true leadership. And for a company to be a part of that growth and that vision is a privilege and makes me really proud. And I mean, my children are born here, and they see themselves as Dubai. They see themselves as UAE residents.
Right.
not residents, nationals.
Mr. Andrea, what you will say for the UAE government and for our visionary leaders for their support? They support many sections from, we can say, education, technology, all these parts, education, that's very important, and also health sector, which also very important for the country, the golden visa which they give. All these things, it's helped the country to grow and the people who are staying.
Yes.
Let us to have a message from you to the UAE government and to end our program with this message. And also thank you for your time to be with Emarati program. Please.
Thank you very much. In short, I just want to say thank you. Thank you from Cape Reed and thank you from myself personally. Like I said, my children see themselves as UAE nationals. They embrace what the city has given them opportunity-wise. The opportunities to be able to go to school here, the opportunities to have a career in the Middle East, to study. Yes, thank you for the opportunity and the opportunities that that expats such as myself and my family can enjoy in a place like the UAE.
My pleasure to meet you. And to our team also, we will say for you thank you to be in Emarati program. Thanks for amazing information, and we wish for you more of success, inshallah.
Shukran.